We're in a state of uncertainty still in the financial markets. We know that there are many, many people out of work in America and around the world. And we have the added and disturbing layer of the events in Minnesota and around the United States in reaction to the murder of George Floyd. So people have much on their minds, and Frank is a leader in the business community and in the African American community. We're so grateful that you could join us today.
What we're seeing is unprecedented for these times, and the combination of these things is unprecedented. So when you have uncertainty, the question is, what do you do? And who do you believe? And you're not going to believe someone who suddenly parachutes in and says, trust me.
People are very emotional. And when we think about brands and brand marketing, often we think about emotions. But in the case of your sector, financial services, you would think that the valuation and the trading of stocks and other investment assets was a wholly rational activity. Yet people make the decision on some non-rational grounds. Talk about the value of the brand for Blackrock now in the market you operate in.
On the surface of every industry, there's the language of rationality. But I think what we've learned over the years is that despite the rational explanations, the motivations tend to be emotional. What makes you confident in certain people? What makes you confident in certain brands? And in my opinion, it's those brands who have consistently performed their purpose over time, how they're serving people beyond profits over time. But it's a question of, how do I render myself useful? How do I serve people in a way that actually makes them better and makes the world better?
Can you just move your head slightly so we can see what's on the wall behind you?
Yeah. This is one of my favorite pieces of art. It's a composite of all the individuals that helped to feed into the change that Abraham Lincoln led. And so I love this piece of art because it reminds me of that, that we all have an opportunity to render ourselves useful. And I think that's what a lot of people are yearning for in their everyday jobs. Our clients and the end investors are looking for capability, and everyone wants to make sure that you can actually do what you say you can do. That's a backdrop to it. But they're really looking for empathy. Like, do you care about me? Do you understand me? Can you put yourself in my shoes? And they're looking for authenticity. Are you true to yourself? Those brands that were rooted just in image, those brands that had just a tagline, they're the ones falling off. People are asking a different question. They're asking, how are you adding value to my life? Do you help create community for me? Do you create connection for me? They still want the functionality of the product. They still want the features and benefits, but these brands, they actually offer something on top of that. And that is this sense of connection and community. And there are few brands in the marketplace that are really doing both things. And that's why I think brand is important here, because if you strip all that away, you ask, how are people making decisions? They're making it on the trust and they're making it on the values.